Fiction, he has always received critical acclaim, but never major album sales. Back after 2 years with his 13th album entitled Laughter and Lust, Joe Jackson has changed record labels, mainly because he felt his previous album, Blaze of Glory, had not been marketed properly.
I mean, at the risk of sounding like someone who's just sort of moaning because his record didn't do as well as he wanted it to, I think it's my best album. Although I think the new one is probably equally good, but between the two of them, I think it's my best work. And it is frustrating when you put so much into something and various things conspire against it, or things just don't happen quite right.
Jackson has always been a musician's musician, one of the reasons he prefers to live in New York.
I just like the musical climate better, I think. I think it's less obsessed with being trendy and everything having to be replaced within a week or two. Musicians, I think, are of a much higher standard as far as players. I mean, the English musicians have better haircuts.
His desire to work with good musicians certainly gives the impression of no compromises.
As far as the music goes, I am completely uncompromising because I don't see the point otherwise. I think the whole purpose of it is to do something which is your own unique thing. And I think if you tamper with that, then really what's the point? You end up sounding like everyone else. There's all kinds of compromises you have to make, I think, to get the music to the audience, to promote it. But at least if you can do that, knowing all along that you've made the best record you can make and being proud of the record, then it makes it all right.
Having to play the music industry game does not sit easily with Jackson, and is certainly a problem if he wants to appeal to a wider audience.
I'd like to appeal to the widest audience possible, but that's not entirely up to me. Between me and that widest possible audience, there's this sort of it's kind of like I'm here and they're there, and in between there's this big river full of crocodiles, and the crocodiles are the music industry and the media and so on, and you have to try and get across that river without becoming a crocodile in the process. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I mean, if I have a hit record, it's basically by accident. That doesn't mean to say I wouldn't like to have hit records.
The first release from Laughter and Lust is called Stranger Than Fiction.
I suppose I could call it a song about lust from a rather humorous point of view. I don't know if anyone else will think it's funny. I think I have a bit of a sick sense of humor or something, because I'm always doing things that I think are funny and people seem to take them seriously. But I suppose the word I would use is irreverent, because I don't think making videos is something that should be taken very seriously.
So, on the release of his 13th album, does Jackson feel he's said all there is to say?
I'm just getting started. I mean, just because a lot of other people have one hit single and then fade into obscurity doesn't mean that it's a rule, that a law or something that everyone has to play by. I mean, no, I'm going to be in this until I drop. I'm still